Welcome back to the channel. Guys, today we're diving deep into one of the most exciting developments in the crypto space, the growing momentum behind Zebec Network, a project that's been quietly but steadily building one of the strongest narratives in the blockchain ecosystem. The spotlight right now is firmly on Zebec's upcoming listing on Kraken, set for October 15th, which marks a massive leap forward not just for the project, but for its entire community. This listing isn't just another routine exchange addition. It's a strategic milestone that signals where Zebec is heading next, toward mainstream exposure, deeper liquidity, and eventually entry into the same elite tier of coins that dominate global crypto markets. The buzz surrounding this event is impossible to ignore because it represents the culmination of Zebec efforts to position itself as a serious, institutionally friendly project ready to take on much bigger stages. The broader community is already speculating about potential future listings on Coinbase, Binance, and even Robinhood, each of which would exponentially increase accessibility and visibility. But before we get ahead of ourselves, it's crucial to understand why this specific Kraken listing is such a monumental development and what it says about Zebec's long-term trajectory. This video is for informational and educational purposes only. It does not constitute financial advice. Cryptocurrency investments carry risk, and you should always do your own research before making any investment decisions. When it comes to crypto exchanges, not all listings are created equal. While some platforms like Crypto.com boast massive user bases and flashy marketing campaigns, they often lack the deep liquidity, regulatory oversight, and institutional trust that come with names like Kraken. What sets Kraken apart is its reputation for compliance, transparency, and long-standing relationships with both regulators and financial institutions. It's not just another retail exchange. It's an exchange that hedge funds, professional traders, and even traditional finance players respect. That's precisely why Zebec's debut on Kraken carries so much symbolic weight. It tells the world that the project has passed stringent due diligence, survived the scrutiny of U.S. compliance checks, and is ready to operate within one of the most tightly regulated financial environments in the crypto industry. This isn't just about trading volume, it's about legitimacy. It's about being able to say, we're not just another speculative token, we're a compliant, recognized digital asset. That message resonates deeply in a post-FTX world where credibility matters more than ever. That Kraken's regulatory reputation gives Zebec a clear edge over exchanges like Crypto.com. Even though Crypto.com may have a larger retail audience, the quality of liquidity on Kraken is simply on another level. Institutional validation is what opens doors to the next phase, and that's Coinbase. Historically, Kraken listings have often served as precursors to Coinbase listings. Once a project demonstrates strong trading activity and compliance compatibility, it often becomes a candidate for Coinbase, which remains one of the most powerful platforms for onboarding mainstream investors. In many ways, Kraken acts as a testing ground for institutional readiness. And with Zebec passing that test, we could be looking at a near-future scenario where the token makes its way onto Coinbase and potentially even Binance, creating a domino effect of legitimacy and exposure. But liquidity is what truly defines a healthy market. Kraken's order books are thick, meaning they have deep pools of buy and sell orders supported by professional market makers. This ensures smoother price discovery and minimizes slippage during large trades. In contrast, retail-heavy platforms like Crypto.com often experience sharp price swings and thinner order books, which can amplify volatility and lead to unstable price behavior. For Zebec, being listed on Kraken means it will experience more organic, balanced price action, attracting larger traders who prefer reliable, regulated environments. That kind of trading activity brings sustainability, not just short-term hype. Zebec recently secured a listing on Grove Exchange, a medium-sized platform that adds yet another brick to its growing global presence. These layered exchange integrations aren't random, they're strategic. Zebec appears to be following a tiered listing strategy, first building credibility on smaller exchanges, then moving to mid-tier platforms like Grove, and now onto major institutional-grade ones like Kraken. Each tier expands its visibility, introduces it to new investor segments, and builds trading momentum that paves the way for even bigger listings ahead. When you analyze this pattern, it becomes clear that Zebec growth isn't a coincidence. It's part of a deliberate roadmap designed to expand accessibility, strengthen liquidity, and reinforce confidence across multiple investor demographics. At the time of recording, Zebec ranks around 130th among active cryptocurrencies, with a market capitalization nearing $460 million and a 24-hour trading volume of $27 million. These numbers tell a compelling story. Despite broader market weakness, Zebec continues to attract consistent interest and trading activity. In an environment where many altcoins have collapsed by 80% or more from their highs, Zebec's ability to maintain its value and hold near its all-time highs signals extraordinary resilience. This strength could stem from a combination of strong fundamentals, disciplined tokenomics, and, importantly, growing community conviction. In fact, the project has recently seen an uptick of around 200 new holders, a small but meaningful sign that grassroots adoption is still alive even in bearish conditions. Why does Zebec matter beyond speculation? The answer lies in real-world integration. One of the most intriguing aspects of Zebec ecosystem is its partnership ambitions around global payroll services. There's a clear synergy forming between Zebec payment-focused technology and Stellar's network, which is known for its enterprise-grade financial solutions. Stellar's CEO recently highlighted payroll integration as a crucial gateway for achieving global financial inclusion, and Zebec entry into that conversation speaks volumes about its long-term vision. Imagine a world where salaries across borders can be paid instantly, securely, and with minimal fees. Whether you're a freelancer in Pakistan, a developer in Europe, or a designer in Latin America. That's the kind of global reach payroll integration can unlock, and Zebec is positioning itself to be a part of that revolution. While most tokens exist purely as speculative assets, Zebec aims to function as a real financial instrument with tangible use cases. Salary payments, automated disbursements, and business-to-business settlements are all massive industries worth trillions of dollars. If Zebec successfully embeds itself within these payment rails, it could transcend the traditional crypto bubble and become part of the mainstream financial fabric. This would elevate its value proposition beyond hype, aligning it with projects like Ripple, XRP, and Stellar, XLM, which have built reputations around cross-border utility and compliance-driven growth. Moreover, this integration narrative couldn't come at a better time. The global conversation around real-world asset tokenization and blockchain-based financial infrastructure is heating up. Governments and corporations alike are looking for compliant, efficient, and interoperable blockchain solutions, and Zebec emerging partnership ecosystem positions it perfectly within this macro trend. Whether it's payroll, remittances, or treasury management, the potential applications are vast. The fact that Stellar's leadership has indirectly acknowledged this alignment only adds more legitimacy to Zebec's strategic direction. Another critical point is Zebec price resilience. The token's ability to stay near its all-time highs while the rest of the crypto market struggles indicates a level of investor conviction that's rare in altcoins. In a bearish environment, resilience often signals either strong fundamental value or a high degree of institutional accumulation. For traders and investors, that's a green flag. It shows that Zebec isn't just moving with the crowd, it's carving its own path. This kind of relative strength can often precede explosive upside once market sentiment improves. And we can't overlook the psychological and media-driven aspects of Kraken's listing. In crypto, perception is often as powerful as fundamentals. When a token lists on a respected exchange, it sends a powerful signal to the market that it has arrived. The listing itself becomes a narrative, one that media outlets, influencers, and traders amplify across social channels. This narrative builds trust, attracts curiosity, and ultimately drives buying pressure. In that sense, Kraken's reputation acts as both a validator and a marketing engine. For Zebec, being associated with Kraken's brand automatically elevates its standing among both retail investors and institutional observers. It's not just about liquidity, it's about perception, storytelling, and momentum. Another angle to consider is how institutional recognition impacts long-term valuation. Institutional players don't chase meme coins or short-term fads. Kraken's rigorous vetting process acts as a filter, meaning that only projects meeting certain standards get through. For Zebec, this institutional seal of approval could unlock new forms of capital, from venture funds, custodians, and payment processors who now view it as a legitimate digital asset. Once that door opens, opportunities like custodial partnerships, staking programs, or even integration into institutional-grade financial products become possible. After Kraken, Coinbase seems like the natural next step. Coinbase's focus on compliance and its massive user base could expose Zebec to millions of new investors, particularly in the United States. Following that, Binance and Robinhood listings would complete the trifecta of global exposure, cementing Zebec's position as one of the most widely traded assets in the midcap sector. Each step would not only expand liquidity, but also diversify the investor base, ensuring that the project's growth isn't reliant on one region or trading demographic. The broader crypto landscape adds even more context. As markets recover from the latest correction, investors are searching for resilient assets that can withstand volatility. Zebec fits that mold perfectly. Its combination of strategic listings, institutional credibility, growing community engagement, and real-world integration goals make it one of the few mid-cap tokens showing genuine maturity. It's no longer about chasing the next meme coin, it's about identifying projects that are building for the next 5 years, not the next 5 days. Community growth remains the heartbeat of any crypto project, and Zebec numbers are encouraging. The steady rise in active holders, trading volume, and social mentions reflects not just curiosity but conviction. Community engagement often translates into liquidity. Liquidity attracts traders, traders attract institutions, and the cycle reinforces itself. The more active the community, the stronger the network effects, which in crypto often means stronger price performance. To sum it all up, Zebec Network's upcoming Kraken listing on October 15th is far more than a headline. It's a statement. It's proof that the project has matured enough to meet institutional standards while maintaining a passionate, expanding community. It's validation that its technology, compliance readiness, and strategic partnerships are all aligned toward long-term sustainability. As it moves toward possible listings on Coinbase, Binance, and beyond, Zebec is positioning itself not just as another altcoin, but as a contender for the next phase of mainstream crypto adoption. In a market defined by noise, hype, and fleeting trends, Zebec stands out for its quiet consistency and disciplined execution. Whether it's the resilience in its price, the expanding exchange footprint, or its potential integration into payroll systems through Stellar, everything points toward a project that's building deliberately and successfully. For investors, this could be one of those rare moments to witness a mid-cap coin transition into a top-tier digital asset. The pieces are all falling into place: regulatory clarity through Kraken, expanding liquidity through global exchanges, and growing utility through real-world integrations. So, as we inch closer to October 15th, keep your eyes on Zebec. This listing could be the start of something much bigger, a new chapter not just for the project, but for the way mid-tier crypto assets evolve into major institutional players. If you found this breakdown helpful, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more in-depth crypto insights. Drop a comment below with your thoughts on the upcoming Kraken listing. Do you think Zebec is ready for the big leagues? Until next time, stay informed, stay invested, and I'll catch you in the next one.